What's the deal, baby? Back at it again. Y'all already know what it is. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Once again, let me go ahead and start off by saying this is my opinion. This is how I feel. This is what I speak on. This ain't got nothing to do with you. But if you have something you can add to it, please leave it in the comment section. Like and share. You know what I'm saying? This is most definitely subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate everybody that's supporting and following. You know what I'm saying? Once again, though, we back at it. I most definitely have to speak on the Killer Mike situation. Start off with saying congratulations to Killer Mike for the Grammy nomination, for the Grammy wins that he got. Long time coming. You know, a lot of people do overlook Killer Mike, you know what I'm saying? Killer Mike been putting in work for a long little minute. You know, and my first introduction to Killer Mike was back with Bone Crusher and T.I. I believe it was We Ain't Never Scared record. Big record for Atlanta. You know, Killer Mike did his thing on that for sure. Other than that, you know, Killer Mike, he was doing his shit with Outkast, you know what I'm saying? He's been doing this shit for a minute, man. Very, you know, politic person, you know what I'm saying? I can most definitely say that now that, you know, listening to his music nowadays, it seems like he's ready for the people. Other than that, man, let's go ahead and, I want to speak on some other shit, Killer Mike. Looking after the Grammy Awards and shit, like he got arrested and shit right after the Grammy Awards, which is kind of fucked up in my opinion. I feel as if, you know, if they didn't want him to win or whatever it was, then don't nominate him. But is this a thing to nominate Killer Mike, to give him awards for his accomplishments and everything he's been doing for the community? Or is it just something to put the spotlight on Killer Mike? You know, we never know with this industry. But seeing how they arrested him right after he won the awards, it's not surprising to me if it's more of a spotlight to put on him. You know, Martin Luther King, he really didn't really start being, Martin Luther King didn't really start being targeted too much until he won an award as well. To me, it's a way for them to put the spotlight more on you, to target you even, you know, easier, I guess you can say. Get you out that comfort zone. Once you get them with that Grammy Awards, they have you in certain meetings, go travel to certain places. Maybe that certain people can't go, that's your protection. So prayers out for Killer Mike, you know, hopefully, you know, he keeps growing, being successful, and continue to do what he's been doing for his community. My thing, though, on the whole Grammys is just people like Killer Mike and other individuals. They really used to talk down on the Grammys, make it seem like the Grammys wasn't important, you know. You don't need the Grammys. That's what a lot of people say. The Grammys ain't for black people. Why even go? Why support it? So when niggas get nominated, it makes me laugh to myself how much they feel like they achieved something. Most definitely for something that they used to sit there and say, there's no need for us to sit there and measure our accomplishments or whatever towards the Grammys, because they feel as if the Grammys was racist. So many times they said boycott the Grammys, but when a black person is nominated for the Grammys, they show up. Now I can remember so many times that Jay-Z, Beyonce was nominated for a BET award and was nowhere in sight. You know what I'm saying? So that right there speaks volumes for itself. It's less like black people, and I'm not just gonna say black people, but people in general, they lose their morals when it's something that they feel as if, it's going to benefit them at the end of the day. It's not about the people no more. It's always about the people when things ain't going their way, or they not being noticed the way they feel that they should be noticed, or whatever you want to put it. They go on their little rants on how to boycott certain things, don't support certain things because they don't support our culture. But right when they get their names nominated and they get invited to go to certain places, they go right in with a big smile on their face and they support the shit. If you're gonna sit there and make a stand all the way. That's how I feel. No matter if you're nominated or not. It would have brought so much more power to Killer Mike if he didn't show up for the Grammys Awards, even though he was nominated. In my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I just feel like a lot of people become sellouts when the ball is in their court. When the ball's not in their court, it's more quicker to say, don't support it. Don't fuck with it. They don't support black people. They racist. If you feel that way, bro, don't show up to it at all. If I knew a certain restaurant was racist, just like the Cotton Patch, in my opinion, I never been to the Cotton Patch. For those who don't know the Cotton Patch, it's a restaurant. Maybe, I'm not sure if it's local or maybe it's nationwide. I'm not sure. But in my opinion, it's a racist restaurant in Texas. So I never been there. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel about the Killer Mike situation. I just feel like a lot of people, kind of sell out a little bit when they get an opportunity that they were telling a lot of other people to sit there and not support certain whatever, award shows, certain clothing company, whatever it is, from Gucci to whoever. But once these people get their deals or get invited somewhere, they show up. At the end of the day, I respect Killer Mike. A lot of things that Killer Mike do, I feel like it's more for his community in Atlanta. It's not really for black people nationwide or worldwide. But either way, any black man making a stand and saying anything that can help the black culture is always good. But in the day, I look at Killer Mike as somebody that's a major platform that can really do some big things, and he can make a change worldwide. A lot of these entertainers paint a picture that they for the community, they for the culture, for the people, but they don't even speak to you unless you have a certain status. As a black person, they don't speak to you unless you have a certain status. I remember, just looking at Tupac growing up. Tupac used to vibe and kick it with everybody, you know what I'm saying? It didn't matter what type of background you came from. He was down to rock with you if you was just a real nigga. And that's just me looking at that as a young man, you know what I'm saying? I was young and I saw those characters in Tupac. I don't see that a lot too much in these entertainers that come from the ghetto, or at least they say they come from the ghetto. And at the end of the day, once they hit a certain level of success, they only accept certain people to be in their circle or to even communicate and talk to certain people. You have to be at a certain, standard in life, I guess you could say. That's how I feel about Killer Mike at the end of the day. But shout out to ATL, shout out to Killer Mike for his awards, you know what I'm saying? For my people that be listening,